Few moments later.
When you start marching that you're marching for corruption, the first fighter for corruption is your good self. And we do appreciate. These members of parliament are not accounting officers. We do not account. The stealing, as the chairman said, does not start from parliament. Let's not demonize parliament. A member of parliament may make a mistake, but that is not what is expected to be. You start marching, wasting government resources. And one thing, again, why they are marching, members of parliament, because as 11th parliament, we decided to work with the president. We no longer have any conflict between legislature and executive. As Parliament of Uganda, we want to assure you of our unwavering support, despite all what is happening with the bomb shafters or whichever, you have our unwavering support, and will support you as executive. I want once more, Your Excellency, to thank you for coming to Mitoma. When we're discussing about Mitoma function, I was with my young brother here. And when people start talking, they don't know we've known each other for 20 years. We've come from very far, from blue to yellow, and now we are here to stay in yellow. Our request, Your Excellency, as a father of the nation, there are three arms of government. You have executive, legislature, and judiciary. Please protect the legislature. The two stones cannot work alone. You need a three to work. And for us, we are ready to work with you and make sure that we achieve what you've promised Ugandans. And on that note, therefore,
Few moments later.
And the police, as well as the army, plus the police forensics department coming in to at least gather evidence or try to carry out a search at the former speaker's residence. And all this comes as the leadership or the former leadership at parliament takes a new turn as it gets to also bid valediction to its tenure. And this episode is just one of the many that have been happening right from yesterday, or that have been happening in the past few days, owing to the fact that we are now going to have a new parliament and members of parliament are all sworn in. And now we have remembered, we need to at least go back in time to remind ourselves of the things that have been happening right from the time the Parliament or the 11th Parliament was bidding valediction, and we also knew to the fact that some of these things were actually going to happen, and that is according to some deep throat sources. But now let us try to rewind and try to look at some of the things that have been, or at least painting a picture of what we were actually heading to, or things that tend to show us that all these things were actually bound to happen. We remember for a fact that when the 11th Parliament was bidding valediction, there's been a very heavy, tight race, or there's been a very tight race for speakership, as a number of people were throwing their hats in the ring for the position of the Speaker of Parliament, and these include the...
Few moments later.
Trying to destroy the country and saying Anita must resign. Resign and go where?
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this talk show are those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Investigator TV.
The Investigator TV, crime exclusive, breaking, Anita among home siege exclusive. Chiche chitegeeza era wawetudda police and the combined security forces bwe banamala okombinga amakage. This is different ku show bulijjo ze tukola. Ndugu, tewali welcome, tewali chi. First and foremost, tuli mwangu lwakubanga ebintu bigendanga developing all the time sawa zino. Combined security force has gone into action mumakaga Right Honorable Speaker Anita Among Magogo ku Makinon Road. At the same time, Netulirambu, even Chigo itself is being raided at the same time. What could this imply?
I think even Bukedia could be sealed up for now because raiding omuntu bwatyo baba ina banoonya kati tosobola kumanya wo yabiteeka bw'osalawo okulumba mulumbira mu time yemu ate mu bifo byonna so ndowooza sina bukakafu nti bwe kiri naye bwe kyalibadde if I was a detective handling such a matter naye nga bwe twabadde twogera mu gundi mu sheeri eri waggulu nabagambye nti Amongo yakoze ensobi singa bamugamba genda ewaka n'agenda ewaka n'atuula n'asirika tewali badde na buzibu bino tetwali biryabyo mbeera nga President Museveni buli muntu amwinako fayiro kati gwe kabi omumanyiira akola ki ajjayo bujja fayiro azimulazeeko ekitegeera mulimu n'abantu bekye nawadde gamba mulimu n'abantu beyeetaaga okuprotect nga baba afa ku bantu asirike akole ki ataasaabala naye kati yagenze mu maaso nakutandika kusaasaanya ssente kuli Sobole I hear just Nammere naye kennyini nga bakuba amasimu bastoppinga ba MPs from going to both Thanksgiving egundi mukono kuba both leero lwabadde alina okulangirira era ndowooza lwalangiridde ndabye Katemba ali awo Kabanda has become the official announcer of bad and good news so yamugambye nti munaye twasazeewo tegerekeka so I think wetwogera kati amaze okulangirira so kyensonga lwaki Nammere yakwatiddwa nesente zebamukutte nazo tezabadde zaamu to try and bribe ababaka out of what so ensonga lwaki bamuraidinze kati ekyabadde kimugambiddwa nti genda eka obeereyo tobaayo nabeera house arrest kati ngenda kutuuka court case because going to raid her house must have a court order involved. So, when a court order involved, that means a file has been opened. The involvement of CID, DPP are interested, again, getting interested, which means, but again, a college. Cheyakoze okugana okutowinga mupuhu wa jajja n'atandika n'okuwandika kiri ekiwandiiko kye nakulaze ng'agamba n'abiteeka mu tribalism kabyoyingizaamu amawanga jjukira kadadaaa yagamba President Museveni nti abasoga bange n'okugamba wapi tegere kabyoyingizaamu ebyo mwe abantu bange abeeyindi kooki bonankwatako ekooki bajja kukola akukwatako.
In such an incidence, nga omuntu wa high profile, oba abadde wa high profile, ga Right Honorable Anita Among, does it require oyogedde ku okubeera nga maybe sanctioned by court? Ebate yetaga search warrant, doesn't it also need a lawyer to be around?
Anti kigambi search warrant nagize court order. Ndoza bitwala kyeki. Teweza kulumba muntu bwatyo nga tebalina gundi. Search warrant. No what bagina bagiforging. You can backdate it. So bagenze yo walero basose CID negenda formally neva raidinga kati SFC netekinga over. Mubyo tutte mulimu passport ze travel documents. Ne official documents maya abantu abaterekanye ebintu ewaka babira ne biraganulagane byebigenda omuleetera obuzibu ebyo. Maisha has always been reckless nga tubadde tubagamba ate obu ebintu ebyo abitereka mu mayumba ge ebi documents then ne batwala ne cash ngo tanategeera bayinkana kyobungi but by daybreak tomorrow nemmotoka eziwerako zijja kuba zibadde impounded. That is according to the source. Angambye ebikola ki ebibadde bigenda mu maaso n'ebisuubira okukola nemmotoka zibagenda zitwala.
Wabaddewo amawulire agabadde gafulumye Rolls Royce yabuze eggulo limu olunaku lwe yagenda mu State House.
Osanga Magogo yegibuze n'abaako waalaga kubanga Magogo talabika waali.
At the residences zonna bawe talabikako.
Talabika naye Magogo mugezi. just like any other people gundi other people ababadde betolodde gundi ndabye mwanyinaze enyanjula Dolini nga mugamba tebaali mikwano gyo indeed nemagogo teyawasa Amongo nti byamukwano, it was compromise. I hear nabadde mpulira aba sports wano nga babyogerako nti Magogo is the face of who is just a face there. Ugundi ya major beneficiary wa FUFA mukyala we. Byonna bijja kuvaayo.
So where does this leave Annette Among? Asula waka, or she's destined for incarceration anytime, even by the time this story goes to press?
The last I checked, yabadde akyali ku house arrest. Era ndoza judge sigalako nga bakola ki? Nijagala omanye nti komerali yazimbibwa. Bintu bino tuze tubyogera jako komerali lyeriri neba n'abalala okitegeera gyeriri simanyi lwaki abantu tebeebuuza nyo babeera ne sources lwaki tebatunulako ekigo ne beebuuza abeeruzira lwaki bazimba units obupya okitegeera baali badde bamanya nti buno bulabika bwakubis maba bulina self contained I don't know naye nga tekiina kati ye kyakoze ekibi President Museveni wanaaba anakuba asooka kutematema ojjukira Kayihura bagundi ba Nixon be basooka abo ne babakwata naga abantu bange babakwata kati notanina bagenda okumutuukako nga naye ali mu kudduka abokira naye kati yone embeera ze n'obutasoma biwandiikiddwa yalemeddwa n'okusoma obusungu obwabadde ku presi ya jjajja jjo n'alemererwa okumanya nti omusajja asobola omumusookerako kati gwasookeddeko.
What could be the time frame between raid eno n'okubeera okugenda okukola statement and being arraigned in court?
Next week it will be ebigonde bibe kwajja kuba keetalo.
Bwe babadde awaka tulabe nga vice chairman wa NRM wa Central Salim Uhuru wamu ne lawyer Caleb Baraka baganiddwa okwaccessinga residence. Is it formal proceeding?
Bade bagenze yukola ki? Bali ku mugondi ku mulimo gwa. Wali adonga manti ya maniro si wano bamulemeseza. Observing gundi. But what was the lawyer doing there? Ebintu ebimu mugenda mwerabira nti kati eyo state yeri mu kukola. I told you where situation demands there is no law. Kyeneka kasa chairman w'ekitundu ekyo bachairman mu bitundu ebyo bategeka okuba babaddewo n'aba defense beba beetagisa bokka lawyer bajja kujja oluvannyuma mu kooti.
At the end of the day,
ne bannamawulire by the way baganiddwayo.
Would I be right ogantino Annette Among is alone and frightened? Bune jabadde agenda okusinza Vatican sawa zino obusimu ne wabu kuba tebakyabuwulira
tebasobola bukwata nabo bamanya nti abakozesa papa tasobola kugaana muntu ne bwemba mukristaayo ne bwemba musiraamu ne nvunnamawulire ne mugamba mpa omukisa ajja kugomba faza gwe mulimo gwe tasalayira abantu miki misango ne bali yali amanyi nti onaamukozesa baba bakimanyi.
What can save
sente bazirya asi papa ni abo babroka abamutwala Vatican no bazirya oloza asobola okukola ekintu ku bwereere oyo toli asobola mukolera ekintu ku bwereere kuba bamanyi agaba gundiza ekitiibwa kyagula kigule akuyinza agula bugule.
What can save or redeem Annette Among?
Tekiriiwo. Only President Museveni can. There are two people. President Museveni ne Katonda.
Eno yebadde prime exclusive breaking news ko the home siege on the home of Annette Among, abadde speaker wa Uganda Parliament. If you've not learned any lessons from what power can do to people, please do.